we do have the clip of RFK from CNN. We'll see what he has to say regarding.
I don't know if I
other than what's
saw
going on in
this.
Israel.
I'm not sure if I saw this.
I saw part of what he was talking about, and I just want to hear the rest. So here we go.
We have veterinary professionals watching. All right, we got to talk nicely about our dog.
Well, we love the dog.
I don't think either President Trump or President Biden are going to solve the debt crisis in this country, which is existential. I don't think either of them are going to get us out of foreign wars, this addiction that we have to forever wars. President Trump actually said he was going to do that, but then he appointed John Bolton. He said he was going to drain the swamp. He appointed John Bolton as head of NSA, and that's, John Bolton is a swamp creature. He's a template for swamp creatures.
He's 1,000% right about that. John Bolton he makes Anthony Blinken look palatable.
That's true.
Which is kind of sick, because Anthony Blinken, who I still say is the president,
to me, Elliot Abrams is the worst, and I don't know why I have that. Just something about him, he looks so sinister to me.
Well, John Bolton just thinks he's tough because he's got that mustache.
You know what? I would like to see Sam Elliott kick his ass.
The dude could definitely take care of that.
No, I'm just telling you, it's like he's an embarrassment to the Sam Elliott, Kenny Rogers type of look.
The other thing about guys like John Bolton is that when you hear them talk, it's amazing how high pitched their voice is. You would look at a guy like John Bolton, you would think, okay, he's probably got a voice maybe like mine.
No,
and then he starts talking
Sam Elliott.
And we will be celebrating.
You make him sound like Brian Setzer.
We will make him. No, this is Brian Stelter.
That's it.
We will be celebrating Tehran next year.
That's Mr. Bill.
No, I can't promise that. But it's always the guys who never actually serve in the combat zone that ever face it. I do believe that John Bolton did serve in the military, but he didn't actually serve. I'm an end all wars. If only it were that simple. And you're right, Andrew. It's
all right, finish this.
I don't think that either of them are capable of ending the corporate capture of all of our agencies, the capture of the CIA by the military-industrial complex, the capture of NIH, CDC, and FDA by the pharmaceutical companies, the capture of USDA by processed food and big ag. They're not going to do anything about that. So it's going to be more of the same, whoever gets elected. There's going to be changes around the margins, tax on abortion or whatever.
Okay.
But both of them only have 4 years. And I don't think they can dismantle democracy in 4 years. I think Americans' institutions are too great for that. And the chance for me to actually change the nature of governance in this country, to restore democracy, to restore our nation's moral authority abroad, give us a foreign policy that's not based on war or projecting military power abroad, but on projecting economic power and moral strength.
That's easier said than done, Bobby. And if you're not going to deal with some of these real core issues that we're fighting on, then what's the point?
I find that interesting what Chip's saying about John Bolton. I think that's a little interesting tidbit of information.
Well,
I didn't know that.
That John Bolton actually shoved a woman when he was against the wall when Bush. Yeah, you see, but that's the type of thing that somebody like John Bolton would do. He looks like somebody who would hit a woman because he can't hit a man because he's too much of a pussy.
I would like him to try doing that with me.
Well,
I think if somebody shoved me against the wall, it might not have gone the same.
No, you would fight dirty. You would just like.
No, I would just fight back. Why do you say fight dirty?
No, you would totally like kick him in his.
You do whatever you need to do. And I've said it many times, as somebody who is not a party to the Geneva Convention, I have no obligation of proportionate response. And I tell people, like I always say, don't fuck with me, because it's like I don't start, but there is a very likely chance, probably like a 90% chance, that I will take it too far.
Randall Giovanetti wants you to know that Paul Wolfowitz does deserve honor.
I can actually tell you a little anecdote about Paul Wolfowitz, because my aunt and uncle, my uncle is now deceased, my aunt is still alive in Tampa. They were friends with, years ago, Paul Wolfowitz's parents. And my uncle once told me the story about when he met young Paul, and it was like right around the college years or whatever it was. And he told me that he got the most evil feeling from this. And this was a young guy at the time. He was in college at the time. And that he just knew that he was just not good, that there was something really off about that guy. Which does, and by the way, I would also say that my uncle was a PhD in psychology and was professor emeritus in psychology at the University of South Florida. So he wasn't somebody that was just sort of, just saying, oh, I don't like that guy. This is someone who spent a dinner with somebody and read them as being psychopathic.
Yeah.
So that, and that was as a college age person. So I always think that's really an interesting little anecdote.
4 months for Donald
You can pull this out. We're
James.
done.
Are we?
Yes, it's done.
I think we are.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you, Donald James. Always appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, the funny thing about that sentiment, Colanello, is that a lot of people are sharing that. And the problem is that the 3 candidates that are most likely going to be on all 50 state ballots are currently supporting what's going on over there, although Trump has given the rhetoric that they have to end this. But ultimately, if it's not politically tenable, then they're going to end it. That's how this is going to be.
I would think that the Libertarian would probably be against ending it for whatever different reasons. You also will have Jill Stein. You will have Green Party on, I would think, pretty much all the ballots. I mean, they're looking that they'll track to be on all the ballots. So you will have the Green Party option.
Jill Stein is trying to get RFK to debate her on Gaza.
That would be great.
It would, but it's not going to happen.
No, but it would be great.
See, RFK is trying to get on the real debate stage, but I got to tell you,
that's not going to happen either.
Is it even possible that Biden is just not going to debate altogether?
Yes.
What democracy do you think we have?
He's not going to have a debate. Why would he have a debate? They didn't have a primary. Like, what's the point? Like the jig is up. There's no democracy.
Like,
that's just crazy.
Like, if you really, and maybe you'll have an opportunity to talk about this with John Fugelsang. It's like, how do you justify it? Trump is the greatest political football in the history of politics. Anything that they can get away with, they'll just say Trump is worse. They can literally commit genocide and just say, well, you know, Trump would do it worse. You don't know that, but people will believe that that's what would happen because Trump is the ultimate political boogeyman because they've invested so much time, money, and effort into doing just that, is to convincing you that no matter what happens, it will always get worse.
Can you tell me about this event that's on my calendar for 9:30 on Saturday night?
Yeah, so after we do Rock the Park,
we have an event.
This Twitter space. There is these 2 huge accounts. One has like 60,000 followers. The other has 150,000 followers, and they are devoted exclusively to one is defund Israel now and stop Zionist hate.
Okay, but what are their platforms? Are they always that, or is it?
That's the name of their handle. And so they're doing a X space, which is basically like an open forum. No, you've done it before.
X space?
Twitter space, where basically they start a live chat and then a whole bunch of people come in.
Oh, okay.
And they want to have you talk.
They want to have me have a chat?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's late. Are these young people? They're probably young people.
Maybe.
These like Gen
I think they also
Zers?
want to be anonymous too.